G'day, Pickleball family. First thing to know, as shared on pickleball.com, a paddle, a ball, and an idea to change the game. Miranda Cabieses has travelled back to her home country of Peru something like 10 times in the past year. And the former tennis player, current international beauty pageant contestant, and avid pickleball player doesn't travel lightly. My bags are always filled with paddles and balls, she said, lots of them. Now she splits her time between training to play professional pickleball, competing in pageants, going to online school at Florida Gulf Coast University, and helping run the Cabieses Foundation, a non-profit foundation where she and her brother, Hercilio, have introduced pickleball to people all over Peru. Pickle changed my life, she said. I was a tennis player, but I got injured when I was younger and couldn't compete anymore. After that, I thought I would never compete again. But to be able to learn to play pickleball, compete alongside my brother is so wonderful. Sharing a court is something we do together, and it's important for me to give back to my country. She and her brother Hercilio are from Lima, Peru, grew up with an opportunity to play tennis, travel, and come to the United States. Hercilio was a regular on the APP tour post-pandemic and said he'll be hoping to play both APP and PPA events in 2024. Meanwhile, the two are giving back. They started the Cabieses Foundation and have put a paddle and ball in the hands of more than 30,000 players in Peru, have chalk courts on concrete, outlined pickleball courts in the dirt, on volleyball courts and gyms. Anywhere the two could set up a net in Peru, they've done it. As long as they get a paddle and ball, they are so happy, Hercilio said. Being there and around that means the world to us. It's hard to express in words. Well, no words needed. Their actions speak loud enough. The second national tournament of Peru concluded in November with more than 300 participants, including kids, para-athletes, and participants from 14 countries. Their foundation paid entry fees for a number of players, and for those who paid their own way, it was just $20 to register. We were thinking we might get people from 6 countries, Hercilio said. We had done the first tournament and didn't know what to expect, and all of a sudden we had people reaching out from all over. The first tournament had just more than 100 players. The second was a success. Bigger and better things are planned in 2024 with the World Pickleball Cup scheduled for October, sponsored by their family foundation. When I was playing at different tour events and got to know the players, I always wondered what I could do with pickleball in my life, Hercilio said. I want to leave a legacy for my country. We want to give kids all over the country something they enjoy. We want these kids to be part of the next Peru team when the time comes for the Pan Am Games or the Olympics. We want Peru to have the best team. Pickleball continues to become more popular, and Hercilio and Miranda continue to put more paddles in hands and put more nets up, chalk more lines, and play more games. That's going to make a difference. Our slogan is, one ball can change a life and one life can change the world, Miranda said. And if you've made it this far into the update, please be sure to dink that like button and rate and subscribe on the platform you're watching or listening to it on so that it can be shared with and found by other fellow pickleballers. Second thing to know, as shared on pickleballunion.com, I don't know what I'd have done without it. Pickleball helps wife after husband's passing. As we know only too well, pickleball is about much more than finding a new way to stay active. Jackie Strickland started playing pickleball 5 years ago after she started taking care of her late husband during his cancer treatment. He built her a pickleball court before he passed away 2 years ago from COVID-19. Strickland says pickleball has changed her life by helping her make friends, cope with the loss of her husband, and give her many new opportunities. Jackie started playing pickleball 5 years ago after she started taking care of her late husband during his cancer treatment. My late husband built me a court in my backyard, and I've been playing ever since and just love it, she told Dominic Lay of Texas television channel KXXV. Playing pickleball has changed my life. I don't know what I would have done without it. Van Davis shares that same love for the sport. Van started the awesome pickleball outreach program only a few months ago, and now she holds classes, free play sessions, and even tournaments at her church in Waco, Texas. We want to be able to bring pickleball to smaller communities that might not know pickleball, and I've got some great people that will come and help me. We've got nets we can take out if there's a parking lot somewhere. We can teach people how to play pickleball, she says. Davis says having people come together helps create a fun, active atmosphere for families heading into the new year. The whole family can come do this, not just a husband and wife. We want husbands and wives to come together. We want a family with children to play and be active together. Strickland's husband passed away from COVID-19 2 years ago, but the positive atmosphere and sense of togetherness and friendship that surrounds pickleball has helped her cope with his loss. She remembers how he was her biggest supporter. He goes, I want you to be the best pickleball player you can. And he was probably my number one supporter. Well, he was my number one fan, never missed a competition. Before he passed away, I was playing in tournaments. He didn't get to see me play in very many of them, but he was always there, Strickland said. A tournament held last Saturday raised money to purchase new paddles and balls and helped contribute to the continued success of the free outreach program. The program holds free pickleball practices Monday through Thursday. The sessions are from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays and 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Beginners classes are held every Tuesday and Thursday from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. with competitive meets from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on the same days. Central United Methodist Church is located at Bagby Avenue, Waco, Texas. Third thing to know, as shared on the USA Pickleball site, Pickleball Hall of Fame inductee Steve Wong joins USA Pickleball as Vice President of Competition. USA Pickleball, the national governing body for the sport of pickleball, today named Steve Wong its Vice President of Competition. In this role, Wong will oversee USA Pickleball's competition department with an emphasis on growing and streamlining all sanctioned tournament play, including national championships, regional tournaments, and general sanctioning. In 2005, Wong was a charter board member and helped establish USA Pickleball. Along with fellow Hall of Fame inductee Mark Friedenberg, Wong was instrumental in building a structure for USAP, serving as its first webmaster and then as vice president during the organisation's first few years of operation. His vision and leadership have contributed to the immense growth and proliferation of the sport. The Seattle native returned to USA Pickleball in 2012 to serve as co-director of the 2012 USA Pickleball National Championships. On behalf of our team, I am thrilled to welcome Steve back to USA Pickleball, said Justin Maloof, USA Pickleball's CEO. Steve was one of the first contacts I had the pleasure of meeting when I started at USA Pickleball a dozen years ago, and he's been one of the most dedicated and impactful figures in pickleball over the last 2 decades. Throughout his time in pickleball, which began back in 1991, Wong has been actively involved in virtually every facet of the sport. In 2005, he created his first paddle company, S-Type Sports, making it the third commercially marketed line of paddles in existence at the time. It was later renamed Onyx Sports and sold to Escalade Sports in 2015. In 2019, Wong launched Armour Pickleball with several pickleball friends that joined him in a quest to enrich lives through the sport. As part of his agreement with USAP, he has stepped down as CEO of Armour Pickleball. Wong also boasts an illustrious competitive career, competing in and winning many tournaments. Since 2009, he has won over 38 gold medals, 35 silver medals, and 27 bronze medals. He is a 6-time USA Pickleball National Champion, Canadian Nationals Champion, US Open medalist, and Bainbridge Cup medalist. Steve is also credited as the co-founder of Arizona's Surprise Pickleball Association and has spearheaded fundraising with that group to build pickleball courts through the city of Surprise. The creation of these courts and those that followed have helped elevate Surprise to a nationally recognized hub for the sport. For all his accomplishments, Steve was inducted to the Pickleball Hall of Fame in 2021. I am beyond ecstatic to join USA Pickleball once again in this role of Vice President of Competition, Wong said. I hope to incorporate my history and passion for the game to propel the sport to the next level and someday see pickleball in the Olympics. I'm looking forward to serving the pickleball community and I appreciate everyone's support for USA Pickleball. Paddles up.